Good morning, everyone. My name is Abhishek Agrawal from IIT Kharagpur, roll number 20 NA10003, and I am here with my DIY project. So here we are with the Proteus software, and today my project is I will simulate the motor control using Arduino. So what we generally see is like if we connect two wires with a battery and a motor, the motor starts running. But now we will try to control the motor. In this demonstration we will control the first motor through Arduino and the Arduino and motor driver. The advantage of this is that we can control the speed of the motor and the sense the like clockwise or anti-clockwise in which the motor should rotate. So as we are controlling a first motor, it is taking output from 2 and 3, output 1 and output 2 of motor driver, and input from ENA, IN1 and IN2. So ENA is basically used for controlling the speed of the motor, and IN1 and IN2 are used for controlling the direction of the motor. So I will explain how it is going to happen. So ENA first is connected to IO4 pin, and IO4 pin is connected to IO6 pin of the Arduino, which is an analog pin. So it can takes values from 0 to 255, and IN1 is connected to IO12, and IN2 is not directly connected to IO8 but through a logic element. This is known as XNOR, and the function of this is like if we will provide same input in 1 and 2, then the output will be high, and if the inputs are different then the output here will be low. So let's jump to our code. So here for controlling the speed we are using a technique known as pulse width modulation. Here as you can see the formula speed will be PWM divided by 255 into the max speed which we want. So the code is like setup. We have to make the pin mode 12 as output, as you can see, because 12, 4, ultimately 6, 12 and 8 will be the output pins which will give command to the motor driver. So 12 we made output, and we write high in 12 so that this is high in the IN1, which is connected to this part of the motor, this part, and it rotates accordingly in the clockwise direction. And pin mode is the 8. 8 we have also set as output, and we have set it low because we want to disable this break, and also here in IN2 there will be 0, so that here in this wire IN2 wire, here low voltage is there and here high voltage is there, so clockwise rotation is achieved. And 6 pin we have set as output, which is the ENF pin, and we will simply give the values as 6 is analog pin, so analog dot write PWM, and I have defined PWM as 100 value, so that the speed of the motor means minimal speed can be achieved to the motor. So let's run this simulation. And here you can see that the simulation started and the motor is rotating clockwise and slowly gaining its speed. It will get stabilized between some 9 to 10 rpm. So here we can see that the motor has come to plus 9.25 rpm, and its root means the value is increasing very slowly, means it is going to stabilize in 9.26 to 9.5 range, and it will run in that range. So similarly, if I stop this simulation, and here if I change the PWM values, then I can control the different speed of the motor. My second project is the Node-RED. Like you have heard of Node.js. So using Node.js, this is a company Node-RED which has made the visualization of the sensor data from the Arduino very pictorially. Using this we can easily made our nodes, and we can visualize the data which we get from the Arduino. So as we don't have the hardware, we are using a basic slider, a water level controller slider, and this is a gauge which will tell the output. and this is a pressure control, and this is the gas pressure bar, which will let us see the output of the sensor. So basically I am using in this project the sliders, but this can also be done, the values can also be taken using the sensors. Before this we have to provide the serial port of the Arduino or the Wi-Fi port which is available in the Arduino. So let me show you how it looks like. So for that we have to go to its UI tab. So here it's the UI tab. So when I am increasing the water level, so it's beautifully showing the pie chart in which the water level is increasing, and this input I can get from the distance sensor which we can fit, and this can show the output and perform some functions, and gas pressure control also. If we are increasing, we can get this output from any sensors, and it is showing the pressure of the gas in the bar. So the benefit of this is like we can visualize this data, or we can see this data from anywhere. Like we can control the sensors, we can see the sensor outputs from anywhere. Like I have seen it in a website, in a local computer. I can even see it in my mobile. So this is my mobile. I will open the Google tab here, and here I will simply write the address of the Wi-Fi with which I am connected, which is the standard Wi-Fi address, and then Node-RED dashboard.ui will be visible in my phone. So as you can see here, the Node-RED dashboard is here, and from here also I can control the output. Like this is the slider. If I increase the slider, then the value is increasing, and if I show you here in my computer, so here also the value has increased by same amount. So here, as I am increasing the value in the website is also getting increased. As I am decreasing the value here also is getting decreased. Here also I can see the gas pressure, and if I click here, if I increase the value, the gas pressure bar is here, and in this also you can see the gas pressure bar is here. So basically it connects all the networks and help us visualize the data from the actuators, and thus it's very helpful in our daily life, and it basically comes under the category of Internet of Things. Thank you very much for this was my project. Thank you very much.